Hey, welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We are back with a new Magic the Gathering Arena deck guide for Mythic Rank Standard Best of 1. We're going to break down the deck list, talk about the strategies and synergies, demonstrate this within our Mythic Ranked gameplay footage against the best decks and players in the world right now. We'll wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, and pack openings. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to show that support. You can also become a YouTube member and join our community Discord. Let's take a look at the deck. Now, early on in the season, I was able to use Milky Smooth version 666 to reach rank number 1. Currently, I am holding the top 250 with ease. You know, it is not a problem for us at all. We have 2.2 average mana value and 22 lands in the deck on 36 creatures and 2 non-creatures. So, you know, not a lot of lands in the deck, but you only need 3 lands. You are rolling. You get your 4th land. What can't you do? So this is a lot of fun. We will focus around the Knight Errant of Eos as our cornerstone card for 5 mana. It's a 4/4 with Convoke, and when it enters the battlefield, we get to look at the top 6 cards of our library and then reveal 2 creature cards with mana value X or less, where X is equal to the number of creatures that convoked the Knight. We're going to put those creatures into our hand and then shuffle, which is really, really cool. So, you know, you can convoke 3 creatures for the Knight, spend 2 mana, and pull 3 drops, which we have. Otherwise, you probably want to convoke all 5 to try to get another Knight. Of course, feel free to invoke 4 if you want to spend the mana that you'll now have left available because you're using your creatures as mana instead of your mana base to cast more spells, right? Because you're going to draw a couple creatures. Now you still have mana. So, you know, there's really no way you can go wrong with the Knight. You are taking off tempo because you're tapping creatures, but I believe that it's worth it. I've not really been punished by it at all, which is quite nice. So, you know, that's where we're going with the deck. We're also, you know, going wide with, you know, not only a splurge of creatures via the 1-drops, which you can just play for free and then use them as mana. Basically, that's why they're free to get to that Knight, which is great, right? So without rambling on too much about it, we're going to make more creatures with Adeline, Resplendent Cathar as well. Whenever you attack, create that 1/1 that's also tapped and attacking. And then we're pushing up everything with both the Coppercoat Vanguard for 2 mana to 2/2. Each other human you control gets +1/+1 and has ward 1. As well as our Intrepid Adversary for 2 mana, a 3/1 with life gain. And when it enters, we can pay 2 any number of times to put Valor counters on it. And then all of our creatures get +1/+1 for each Valor counter that the Intrepid has on it, which is very cool, right? So, you know, we're going super wide, like I said, with Adeline and all of the low to the ground 1 and 2 drops, which is accelerated through the Knight. Protecting ourselves with hopefully a turn 1 Scrabble, Defector Might, and then a turn 2 Thalia, 2 mana, first strike, 2 power, 1 toughness. Non-creatures cost 1 more to cast, so it's going to tax your opponent, you know, and set that field wipe back a turn, right? And then the Might is going to protect us from single target removal. And then ideally, you know, your turn 3 is most likely an Adeline. Like I said, its power is equal to the number of creatures you control, so that, you know, benefits from going super wide here as well. And, you know, great stuff. Making the additional attacker every attack phase for you is really cool as well. And at the end of the day, it's a decent defender as well. It's got vigilance, so it's not going to get exiled from the Wandering Emperor. And then, you know, a little bit of our own defensive posture through ossification, right? It's going to take out planeswalkers and creatures, attach it to a land until it leaves the battlefield, right, into exile. So this is really nice to get rid of one of their defenders, open up the attack lanes, deal with a planeswalker without forcing excess damage that way. Or if they have defenders, you know, whatever the situation is at hand, right? So really nice removal spell there. And then the Brutal Cathar is even better because it acts as a creature. It can trigger multiple times as we flip it from day to night. You know, it comes in day bound. You don't cast a spell or your opponent doesn't cast a spell, we turn to night. Then we double cast to bring it back to day. You know, this is really easy to do while not losing value, because we have something like the recruitment officer, which can pay for to look at the top 4, grab a creature with mana value 3 or less into our hand. And that way we're still spending our mana for the turn while not casting anything to flip the Cathar, while simultaneously grabbing a card to double cast, bringing it back to, you know, and then we're just run that cycle together. So those cards are going to work really well, which is quite nice. We have the Hopeful Initiate. This is going to control artifacts and enchantments, which, you know, you can remove counters and accumulate them through the training, which is quite nice. So paying 3 to destroy artifact and enchantment by removing 2 counters from creatures you control, and that training whenever it attacks with a creature that has a greater power. Alongside it, it's going to get the +1/+1 counter, which is nice. A single Benalia, you know, it can tap to gain indestructible if you discard a card. The Enlist is nice, you know, helping you scry 2 if you want. Not really a super important card within the deck, but we did need to fill with a human, and that's a great one to include, right? So that is the entirety of the deck. We have 1 Seed of the Empire, 21 lands. Empire can deal 4 damage to attacking or blocking creature, which is pretty cool. Maybe with Thalia's First Strike, right? So that is the deck. It is very simple to play. I know I've ran through everything very quick for you here today, but we're going to go more in depth within today's gameplay footage. We start at rank 420 and we get into the top 250 with a very nice win streak, right? I think we might have lost 1 match, and even that was really, really close. So phenomenal deck. If you're looking to rank up this season, I definitely have to recommend it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Don't go anywhere, because after today's gameplay footage, like I said, we're going to tear open a couple packs. Get ready for those Lord of the Ring collector booster packs, which are on their way. They've been shipped. Sadly, I live in the trees, the sticks, the literal mountains, so it might take a couple days for those to get here, sadly. But they're on the way, and we've got some packs to get through while we wait. Let's play some games. Going first, 2 lands, always needing the 3rd. That's the magical formula for the deck. 3 lands. And if you can drop Thalia on turn 2, you're doing even better. A Might on turn 1 doesn't hurt either, right? Slam for 2, down to 19. They do gain 2 life in total from the raid. Cut down for 1, no, underdog. 3rd land off the top. No. We're able to continue folding in. And you want to block the officer? That's your prerogative. Go for it, bro. Yep. Now you've got to pay 2 life. You're going to recast that from the grave through the Blitz ability. And, well, you paying 2 life sounds pretty good to me. That's the 2 life you would have lost through the attack. We lose the creature, sucks, but you lost the blocker. You know, and that's very good for us. We don't want to allow them to build up, because if they do, we lose. The Graveyard Trespasser is very good. See, no, we didn't hit the magical formula that we were talking about, right? 3rd land. So this is what it is. We might get it, but we're definitely not, you know, wiling out. First strike for 200. First strike still goes first. Uh-oh. We're going to still probably lose. Take 2 damage here. What a world. Keep the... Well, screw it. Whatever. We're already in pretty deep. Well, that's not very good. You want to see the copper... whatever. Copper Bros. Copper Coat Vanguard. You know, Brutal Cathar would be good in this situation. We've got 2 cards left. Here's another underdog. Big hit. No block. Down to 9 after our draw. And there is some good in the world as we pick up the third land. Shouldered, get over here. And I'm going to smash Adelphia. Screvel stays back to protect Brutal Cathar. And I will take the Trespasser first. It's a decent double block. I like it. Trespasser gains life for them. So, you know, I'd like that to leave. 6th land. I'm afraid of Corrupt. Painful Quandary. Oh, bro. That's incredible. Very good. Will it be enough, though? I don't think so. It's easy to discard, right? They could top deck removal, and I really just cannot allow them to get that shouldered back, so the Might can stay. Grab that life up to 15. And that looked grim. You have to admit, that did not look good. Found our third land, and everything fell together. Cool name, Whale Shark. Playing my least favorite deck. The 5-color domain deck is redonkulous, dude. There's a new card that goes really well with it. It's like a draw 3 lands for 3 mana at instant speed or something. It's like 2 lands into the battlefield, and then you get a 3rd if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. It's like, wow. Let's hit for 1. Might in play. Adeline on 3, protected by the Might from their fateful... No, what is it? Leyline Binding? Binding Leyline? You know what I mean. Get countered, bro. You're gonna do it again. Big tough guy. Oh, big tough guy. Here comes the Leyline. Just a Soul Partition. That's interesting. Is this just like an Esper control deck? It may be. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that. One for one. Till they run out. Just keep that pressure up. I don't think it might... It's probably not a domain deck. It's probably just Esper control. Bruh! Got any more of those? This is going to be sick. Intrepid, I'll tell you what. 2 cards left, Billy. Hopefully... Well, almost more removal than draw. I don't know. Both of those are... They're lands, you know? Come on. It's obvious that they're lands. It's a Wandering Emperor for show. But we got the Vigi. Double down here. Vigilance attack should be fine. Maybe it's just Azorius. There might not be black here. Maybe it's just for the cycle, right? Here's the Emperor. Gonna exile the token. Gain some life. Take the damage. No field wipe, baby. No field wipe. No field wipe. Everybody pray. Well, actually, there's probably better things to pray for.
Show them how we greet.
Pray for my magic deck. Of course, without doubt. Jace is cool. Even cooler within this alt art. Wowzers. Dang, bro. Is he stabbing himself in the heart? It looks like it. Hey, you know, that's not very funny. I almost would have saved it. We have to definitely kill the Emperor with 2 hits, or else, you know, they're going to exile. We don't want that. So now they need another Wanderer. They need a field wipe. They take a draw. I'm scared of Sunfall. B-I-N-G-O! And Vanguard was his name-o. It's a draw, so we should still take it. And I guess we have lethal. I was wondering to myself as I prioritize the Planeswalker, which you typically should do. I can't pass 4, so it's like, I don't know if it's lethal or not until the game tells me. But we secure top 300 there. Without, like I said... Going first, I like the startup. Can we find our 3rd land? If not, no worries really, but we'll need it eventually. We see a Malaroni. Turn 1 might. Don't shoot there, dude. That's the main. Could be so many different decks. Enchantment deck, most likely. The Wiver. It's a good card. I'm going to swing for 2. Fourth Plains with the Intrepid is good. We're going to need a little more. It's a good start, but... You going to copy this? Copy the draw, dude. Copy the draw! Tap your creature! Attaboy. I mean, double draw is good, don't get me wrong. Be patient. Sorry, enchantment player. Going first. Why, thank you. You already know what it is. Well, if you've been paying attention, you do. Turn 1 might, turn 2 Thalia might not be as cool, but it certainly works better. Pull 3rd land, triple drop. Come on, big money, no whammies. Ooh. Let's take our hit. All 3 of these have training. Will increase off of Thalia. Might protects us. They could easily, you know, still come back. Should have definitely targeted the Might. Now we'll just do it again next turn. Unless, you know, they get it on their turn. Because I am tapped out now. It's a big hit, though. Alright, what is that? 12 damage. Okay. Land can stay in hand. We might top deck a Benalia, so it's cool to have something in a discard, and I knew they'd get it. Damn it. No! I had just the feeling. That gets the Might too. Oh, Lord. Well, you're not going to win them all. That happens sometimes. They came prepared. Well, sure would have been nice to grab 2 of those into my hand, now wouldn't it be? No, because we're not convoking. We don't get to draw Jack. And I think that's going to be a good game. Let's see what we draw. But, I mean, we got close. We got so close. Where were you? Actually, I guess probably still too little too late. If we did get it, because Burn on the House could have dealt with it, and Nahiri could have dealt with it. That deals with it. Good game, bro. Well, they're not all wins, you know, so sometimes, you know. On the draw, keeping 7. Dear Mono Red. Leave. Get out. You too, Rakdos. Guilty by association, you know. You're a Phyrexian, huh? That's cute. Very good. Big hit, Randy. I can't block if I wanted to. Woo! Down to 12. Technically, like, basically down to 9, too, you know? This probably only gets worse. I have to play defensively with first strike. Leave me alone. Or at least it's not another Phyrexian. I think 3 will be fine. Or do we do them all? Screw it. Let's go big. And then we have the mana still to cast. Big money, no whammies. Can I get a Brutal Cathar? No. But I get another Knight, which is great. And Adeline's not the worst. Typically, we like to see the copper coats be pulled in pair. Drop both of them. Cruadelphia. Are you going to sacrifice that thing or what? Do it. Oh, okay. That's going to trigger Ran. The Scamp triggers too. I think it's grayed out because it just triggered. Killing the copper. No. It's going straight for us. What? They must have the other 2 damage in hand, right? So we have to block. Interesting. Thank you. Kind of looking for you a little earlier. We'll keep that land in hand to discard. We taking Vran here? One of these butchers. Probably Vran. We are wide. We're at 7. We should be just okay to bash. $20, 26 damage. They're going to block 10 of that. So 16. Okay. Never mind. It's blocking only 5 of that. I think we're A-okay. Oh, there's another blocker. Let's see what we got. We can force the block. And then they have nothing. They're tapped so they can't target the Brutal Cathar. We're going to enlist. Oops, you stay back. And then it's not in combat, and then they can't target it. And we still have the Scrabble, too. Yeah, a Brotherhood end. That would be too much. So they want to kill the Vanguard, which is fine. Then it's not hitting me. And we can protect the Vanguard, so they might just hit us anyways. I guess we should have attacked with the Might, force the block. Well, they could have easily just gone around it though, right? Kill the Might? Sure. That's good. And here is nighttime. Instead of casting Thalia, we'll just first strike the Brute. With 7 life. And we just, you know, it's easy to just go through, go wide here. If it was a Brother's Hood end, we have 2 4-power creatures, an indestructible creature. And then we're still, that would spend all their mana, get rid of their own blocker, and they'd get their Vran back, but then we'd still be going in wide enough. So I think we're A-okay here. I like the deck, though. I mean, you know, whenever you run into an original build like this, it's always a pleasure. Okay, we see Vran. It's problematic, right? Okay. We're losing one of our best creatures. Still no attack, unfortunately, for them. And we're going to go still wide for lethal. Good game. Opponent goes first. Let's keep 7. Hello. Hello. Good game. Good game. Fine. Just one good game. Oh, we get 2 of them. It's in goodwill. It's meant to be a nice thing, you know, like it's friendly, like and good game to use. Ooh, get the, you know, 2 creatures. I think they even drew a card there. To be totally honest, I was typing. It looks like it's probably a control deck though, so let's get a Thalia in play. Control decks are hard to beat, especially ones that gain life and produce blockers. Va-va-voom! Can I get an AO River? It's supposed to be 2 of them, but 1 will do. Probably, Trevor Blast maybe, actually. They probably run, like, Planeswalkers. Oh! They've already won. I'm gonna be honest with you, they've already won. We're on turn 4 and they're not dead. Right? Just get in there, Billy! Double train. We like that. We're gonna finally turn on the tap. Why doesn't anything come out? Look for it. You know, maybe it's plugged. On Kink's hose. Oh, wow. Look at you go. Patty's shotgun. They're going to triple block the Vanguard without a doubt. I got nice blockers, but this is good. This is good. This is good. Ooh, 256. Nice. Going first, keeping 7. It might work, but this is fragile. There's no might, there's no Thalia. We want the 3rd and 4th land on curve. And we want them to stutter. Mono green gets good blockers. Yes, they are indeed sturdering. Keep the Cathar to kill a blocker when they do decide to play it. This game's over. Bloated Contaminator. Okay. Wowzers. Do not pass go. Alrighty then. Milky Smooth version 666 is brutal. I don't know who thought it would be a cool idea to print Copper Coat Vanguard, but I appreciate it. I'd give you a big old high five right now. You know, ranking up with this deck comes down to one thing. How much time do you have? And how high of a rank would you like to achieve? You know, sit down, play it for an hour, and you'll rank up a lot. Sit down, play it for a day, you'll be near the top. And if you want to grind it out all month, I have no doubt that you could hold that top position. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. We were going to publish this right away, but unfortunately, the gameplay early on may not be as competitive in the viewer's eyes as I am ranked against Diamond players, because I'm the first Mythic, there's no one else there, everybody's still in Diamond, so people are like, oh, well, you play against Diamond players. It's like, well, you know, these are still the best of the best, because it's still, I don't know if you've played the game ever, but to get into Diamond on day one is still no easy feat, right? So, you know, they are still competitive players, but this way it's confirmed. You see that these are, you know, the best of the best within Mythic. So I hope you enjoyed. Pack opening. Yes. Oh, Black Bars of Death. I can't handle it. I physically can't handle it. We're going to restart the camera. It will just take one moment. And by doing this, not only do we get a better view, but we're going to get better pulls from the packs. We're going to start with our regular set booster here. Tearing right into it, waiting for the camera to reset. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at that beautiful art here. Oh. This is Rankle and Torbran. Alt art. Sorry. I'll look at it through the camera. Not in real life. Real life's better, though. It always is. We get a Cove. We get a Kavu. A Blade Master. A Beat Stick. I think I've got one of those. A Barrage, which is very good. Repurposing. Seal from Existence. Not bad. The Artisan. Invasion of Murgonda. Ooh, Alt Art Bounty. This is a Transcendent Message. Nice. And a Flameright Holographic Invasion of Mercadia. Not the best, I'll tell you what. Let's get into that Epilogue booster now. This is only a 5-card pack, right? It's a lot lighter. We get the Thoptrix, Bolt Out, the Ruins. That's actually not too bad. The Warmonger, a Alt Art Cosmic Rebirth. That is, that's cool too. I like Cosmic Rebirth. As far as an uncommon goes, I think it is absolutely phenomenal. You'll have to pardon, I'll rewatch this. I might have had them off camera the entire time. I don't know. I look at the cards, not the camera. It's hard. We're going to get better at the pack openings, though. I want to really practice those because, like I said, we have these Lord of the Rings booster box coming in. It's like $500, $50 a pack almost, $40 or something per pack. So we definitely want to have our pack openings be really nice. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Don't shake the camera. Make sure the camera's on the cards. The camera's on a tripod, so it is organically a little bit shaky. And then maybe block the light, right? There's so much light in the studio. It's so hard to block. It comes from all angles. Anyways, have a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out and support the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube memberships, Twitch memberships, Patreon, all of those things. And then just join the community Discord. I'm there all day talking to myself. No, I'm having fun with the community, engaging with all that I have. So, bye-bye.